Hey traders, this is Austin. It is Thursday, March 2nd. Taking a look at just another day of work here in the S&P. Pretty straightforward stuff, very simple stuff. Now, don't confuse the word simple with easy. Simple means not a lot to it, plain, basic, rudimentary, all that kind of stuff. Easy is a completely different story, but simple is the place to start. We're going to talk about blogging in a minute, answer a bunch of questions I have, but let's talk about the market first. So today, S&P opens up, hangs out inside of its open range. That's approximate. It's close enough. And by now, if you've listened to me at all for the past several years, you know that I've talked about the coil markets roadmap study. It's a price action study, intraday only, that pretty much is the intraday profile of markets. And again, we had price hanging out inside the open range, broke below a little bit, pulled back, tested prior support, now resistance, prior support, now resistance, and rolled over. And it's headed towards the 233 zone down here, which is 90+% probable to be hit on any given day, including today. There's a 90+% probability that the S&P is going to trade to 2380 or so. Over here, the trade signals that I follow. Now, mind you, one clarification I need to make over and over again. This up here has absolutely no bearing on where or why I enter a trade. Okay, well, I shouldn't say that. This has a bearing on which direction I trade, but exactly where I get in, the entry decisions and stops and exits, nothing to do with that. This is merely a trend direction filter, high odds probability, correct side of the market. This chart here happens to be a filter chart. I take shorts only when it's in red zone, and I take longs only when it's in green zone. That's very simple. And then I have an actual signal chart that is not shown here that I use to actually decide where trade entries are from. That being said, today had dual layered signals from 2389 and 2388 zones, which put the blended entry at 2388.50. And so from there, blended average down to 2383 quarter is 5.25 points. All right, 5 and a tick. So that was the result. Now, there's a high probability, like I said, 90+%, that it's going to trade 3 points lower or so. And that would have been another $300 out of this trade in dollar values. So instead of $525 value for this move here, it would be 800 plus. I don't care, because there's a slim chance that there's a slim odds of probability that it could go, that could be the end of the move, and it could go right back up and to infinity or above. That could happen too. And my first priority is target shooting. I'm looking for, $400 or $500, whatever the case may be, on a given day. Book that and be done as soon as possible. And that's pretty much how today went as far as the dollar values to this trade. As far as blogging is concerned, and I've had a lot of questions, and I have blogged in coilmarkets.com, to use that term, since July of 2009. So that's almost an 8-year span that I've put untold thousands of posts. I understand they're not all there now. I've pruned out thousands and thousands of posts over the years because simply nobody looks at them. Posts that are 3, 4, 5 years old get absolutely zero views, and I do mean zero, for months or years. So why even have them there? What's the point? By the same token, blogging has gone that way. It's for the most part jumped the shark. Not a lot of people read blogs anymore. Not a lot of people do blog. Most of the blog traffic are what I call end-day drive-by participants, if you will. They just flip through the blogs in the evening to see how everyone did. Oh, how'd he do? How'd she do? How'd he do? How'd she do? How'd he do? How'd she do? That's worthless. I mean, you're wasting your time. If that's all the interest that you have in the markets, then you're not in the markets, quite frankly. And I mean this in all sincerity. You really need to do something else with your life. Dedicate your time to something else that's productive and meaningful and all of that, rather than just trading as a spectator sport, because it's not. And the other thing is, I've ran out of meaningful things to say as far as trading goes. I really don't care who said what in Europe and the Asian markets about this or that. I don't care what the latest stochastics research is from some talking head. And I don't care, what's all of this, that, and the other thing, fundamentals that are going on. None of that matters. That's all a waste of time for intraday traders. That might matter to some degree if you trade longer time frames, if you're holding for periods of days or weeks. Then you might need to know more. Okay, but as far as intraday trading goes, it's very mechanical. You're just looking for, which direction is the market going, where's it likely to go, and where's the signals. It is literally that simple. I didn't say it's easy, but I said it's that simple. And I have run out of meaningful things to say on a daily basis. Does it really matter? I mean, I don't want to post up, okay, today we did this, today we did that, today we did this, today we did that, because it's the same thing every day. Some days are going to have results like this. Some days are going to have results that are greater or less, and some days are going to be a small loss every single day. But if you take that over a long period of time, that's the process. So hopefully that answers the questions. I got a bunch of them, or why aren't you blogging? Why aren't you, posting as often as you did before? Have you quit? Are you done? And so on. No, I'm not. I haven't quit trading. I'm not done trading. I'm just done talking about it extensively with things that really don't matter, is the moral of the story. For those who are part of the educational program from today going forward, I have plenty to say. But as far as the outside world, if you're not speaking our language inside of the team, there's really, there's nothing to talk about, is the moral of the story. So I'll continue to do these videos here, like I said, as the occasion arises and so on and so forth. And I'll communicate with the CM newsletter crew as I normally do. But, today's is, what more can I say? Today's just an example of just another day where this market behaved methodically, and we treated it accordingly, and the day is done. Hope this helps. Looking forward to visiting with you next time, and more importantly, looking forward to working with you inside. Have a great one.